We live in a culture that equates suffering with success. We are told that if a workout doesn't leave you gasping for air, covered in sweat, and sore for 3 days, it didn't count. We are addicted to the dopamine hit of high-intensity training. But biology does not operate on dopamine. It operates on efficiency. If you are struggling to lose visceral fat, that stubborn, hardened tissue wrapped around your organs, the problem is likely not that you aren't working hard enough. It is that you are working too hard, too sporadically. You are playing the metabolic lottery, hoping for a jackpot, while your body is begging for compound interest. Today, we are breaking down a walking routine that is admittedly boring. It is repetitive. It is unglamorous. It is the easy mode of fitness. But physiologically, this specific routine targets visceral fat more effectively than any boot camp or sprint interval ever could. We will decode the science of Zone 2 oxidation, why boring consistency lowers the cortisol barrier that locks fat in place, and how to keep your fat-burning enzymes active from morning until night. If you can handle the monotony, you can master your metabolism. To understand why boring works so effectively, we must first understand the fuel gauge of the human body. Your body is essentially a hybrid engine. It has two primary fuel sources, sugar or glucose, and fat or lipids. Which fuel you burn depends entirely on the intensity of your movement. When you engage in high-intensity activities like sprinting, heavy lifting, or HIIT classes, your heart rate spikes. Your body interprets this as an emergency. It needs energy immediately. Fat is a dense, slow-burning fuel that takes time to break down. Therefore, the body ignores the fat and prioritizes burning sugar for an instant rescue. More dangerously, when your sugar stores run low but the intensity remains high, the body triggers cortisol to break down muscle tissue and convert it into new sugar. This is exactly why many people kill themselves in the gym for months but never lose an inch off their waistline. You are burning plenty of calories, but you are burning the wrong type of fuel. In contrast, in Zone 2, walking at a steady, moderate pace, your heart rate stays low and you can breathe entirely through your nose. The body knows it is safe and there is no emergency. With an abundant supply of oxygen, it chooses the most efficient fuel source, stored fat. You might feel like you aren't doing much, but chemically, you are draining the oil tank of visceral fat instead of just exhausting the gas tank of blood sugar. Important note, to ensure you are in Zone 2, use the talk test. If you can speak a full sentence without gasping for air, but don't have enough breath to sing a song, you have found the perfect fat-burning sweet spot. The biggest mistake most people make is treating exercise as an event. You hit the gym for 1 hour, then sit for the remaining 15. This creates the active couch potato syndrome. When you sit for too long, lipoprotein lipase, the enzyme that pulls fat out of the blood, shuts down. The compound interest protocol is designed to keep this enzyme active 24/7 by weaving movement into the fabric of your daily life. Here are the 3 non-negotiable links. Link 1, the morning primer, 15 minutes. Don't check your email. Don't pick up your phone. The first thing you need to do is walk for 15 minutes right after waking up. At this time, your insulin is at its lowest and your glycogen stores are depleted. This is the shortest path for your body to tap into fat stores. Note, don't walk too fast. Move gently to wake up your mitochondria without spiking morning cortisol. Link 2, the glucose sponge, 10 to 15 minutes after major meals. This is the golden rule. Eat, then walk. After eating, your blood sugar spikes. If you sit, insulin rises to store it as fat. But if you walk, your muscles act like a sponge, vacuuming glucose out of the blood without needing excess insulin. You are manually managing your blood sugar so visceral fat has no chance to accumulate. Link 3, the cortisol wash, 20 to 30 minutes in the evening. Visceral fat is stress fat. Walking in the evening isn't about burning calories. It's about washing away stress. When you walk and look toward the horizon, optic flow, your nervous system is calmed. Critical note, absolutely no phones. Blue light and information overload will destroy the cortisol-lowering effect, leading to poor sleep. And poor sleep is visceral fat's best friend. Walking is the engine, but nutrition is the fuel. To double your results over 30 days, keep these 2 golden rules in mind. First, prioritize protein and fiber before carbohydrates. In every meal, eat your vegetables and protein first. This creates a filter in your gut, slowing down sugar absorption into the bloodstream. Combined with your post-meal walk, you virtually eliminate insulin spikes. Second, the secret of apple cider vinegar or lemon. A glass of warm water with a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar 15 minutes before a main meal increases insulin sensitivity. This is a powerful assistant that helps the body prioritize burning fat instead of storing it. Warning: if you have stomach issues, skip the vinegar and just focus on walking. Don't force anything that causes physical pain. The reason we often quit this routine isn't because it's hard, it's because it doesn't feed our ego. Walking isn't cool. You can't brag on social media about a 10-minute stroll after lunch. It doesn't give you that dopamine rush of hitting a new personal best in the gym. It requires patience and discipline, things that are much harder than short bursts of intensity. The truth is, visceral fat is a tissue of inflammation and stress. You cannot scream at it to leave. You have to gently, consistently coax it out. You have to create a metabolically healthy, low-stress, and insulin-sensitive body that no longer has a reason to hoard energy in your midsection. The solution: apply the 3x10 rule. 3 walks a day, minimum 10 minutes each. Don't worry about speed. Don't worry about incline. Only worry about frequency. Boredom is a filter. The intelligent build consistency, while the impatient chase intensity. One burns out, the other burns fat. Important note: if you have knee or ankle issues, choose well-cushioned shoes and walk on flat surfaces. Zone 2. Walking is safe. But don't overextend yourself in the first few days if your body isn't adapted. Let's look at the metabolic math. 55 minutes of walking a day burns roughly 300 to 400 calories. Over a week, that's over 2,000 calories. Over a month, it's about 12,000 calories. In theory, that is nearly 4 pounds of stored energy released, primarily from fat, if you stay in zone 2. If you had tried to burn those 12,000 calories by sprinting, you would likely be injured, exhausted, and your cortisol would be so high that your body would fight to hold on to every ounce of fat. I'll give you a real example. A friend of mine replaced his 3 weekly HIIT sessions with this walking routine for 30 days. The result? His waist dropped nearly 2 inches, and his resting heart rate dropped by 8 beats. He did less work but got better results because he stopped fighting his own biology. Welcome to the finish line of transformation. For the next 30 days, I challenge you to put your ego aside and embrace the boredom. Commit to the 3x10 rule. 3 walks a day, at least 10 minutes each. Don't worry about speed or incline, only worry about frequency. At the end of 30 days, check your waist measurement. You will find that your clothes are looser, your digestion is better, your sleep is deeper, and that stubborn belly fat has started to soften. You didn't shock your body into shape. You engineered it for health from the inside out. Most people chase intensity, but the intelligent build consistency. One burns out while you burn fat.